Strix, thank you for the good luck. We're playing Coast today. We're playing Vampire Coast. Much excitement. Round 1 has begun for this SFT. Let's see who we're up against. Oishi. God dang it. Here we go. Great start. Absolutely great start. Yesterday was a long stream, so today might be a shorter stream. Coast is cool though. They have many a tool that got buffed recently-ish. Rotting Leviathans, Terra Goose, maybe Deck Dropper Handgunners are hype, who knows? Peaceful Romancer, what's up? Colonel Barbecue. Yes, we've returned. We've returned. Yo, I don't know. I don't know how good my Coast really is. We will have to see. Right now, Vampire Coast is not the most powerful faction, but who knows? Maybe Oishi is, maybe he's a noob. Maybe he's just a new player that we've never heard of before. They'll just stomp him into the ground, right? I think so. I think he's clearly just some no-name who dis type of player. What's he playing? What's he playing? SFT Declaration. Oishikun. Hey, we got Zone playing Warriors of Chaos. Hell yeah. Greenskins. We have a chance. Mad Lad's playing Greenskins. I'm Vampire Coast. The map is Altdorf Farmlands. God, what's with the Altdorf Farmlands spam, man? Why do we keep using this map? Yo, isn't this like really bad for me then? I have to play like way more aggressively, right? Because the aggressor absolutely wins. Well, we'll see. It's a 4 capture point map. How you doing? Pretty good. Got some editing done. I got some chores done. Lots of work has been done today. Don't meme against the top 1 leaderboard player in the world. I beat him in the grand finals, okay? I'm the world champion. I can meme. I won't win, but I can meme. Alright, so we have here a jankalicious map. Just make sure I capture my points first. Well, let's see. If he goes on the hyper aggressive, right? Then what? No one would expect artillery only on this map. That's like the worst strategy. This is a terrible strategy. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Artillery only? Okay. Let's see. So Greenskins, he's very likely to rush me. Hello, Esterific. Hello. How's it going? Pretty good. Trying to figure out how to beat the Greenskins. Green boys are pretty spooky. But I have options. I have many an option. Pole arms for days. Is that the be all end all strat? Pistols, Morngulls, and dogs. Yeah, sounds pretty standard to me. Yo, what's the difference between Night Terrors and the other Morngulls? Way better stats. Way better stats. It's gonna bring some big squigs. Most definitely. Just got here and don't know what this tournaments are about, but I'm excited. This is a qualifier tournament. If you win enough of them, you go on a list to qualify for Turns Grand Finals, where there's usually a few $100s on the line. Usually a few $100s, which is very exciting. So a lot of people play these smaller tournaments so they can get into those. It's a good time all around. All right. So greenskins. Do I have an option versus them? Oh, you know, this is actually not too bad. Yeah, I won the last one, so technically I am the world champion. We still lose many games though when we're playing not super sweaty. Good God, I was playing so sweaty in the grand finals. I was a sweat lord. All right, is this the army? It's very simple army, this one. This one right here is extraordinarily simple. There's really isn't anything going on here. A true world champion wouldn't be scared to play Cathay. You know, I'm willing to rescind my world champion status and not have to play Cathay. That sounds pretty hype. Now, let's hear. This first game, I am gonna have to play pretty sweaty, by the by. No, you know, no crazy shenanigans, okay? We must play fairly sweaty. Lest we get massacred by Oishi. Nobody wants to see that. That ain't exciting. We gotta get a proper tussle going. Hey, what's up, Twitch chat? Flug. Good morning, how goes? Got your sweat on? Yeah, against Oishi? Absolutely. We gotta sweat it a bit. What ability do I want? Do I need this? Okay, probably this one. Which also means I need to save myself 50 more gold. Yo, getting the perfect spend in Warhammer, always so difficult. I think I got it though. I think we got I'm only 5 gold off in the top. That's about as good as I could wish for. I have a build. All right, let's see. Let's just see how this goes. I get the feeling that we're gonna get stomped. But then again, it is greenskins, and I don't respect them. Yeah, Karavdir just beat double Thunder Tusk with Cathay. It's pretty hype. Are you playing in today's tournament, Karavdir? Are you signed up, son? You're not signed up. Oh my gosh. Totally fine. There's actually a lot of signups today. Many signups. Oishikun, Jarx is playing. I'm here. Navigator. Tim the Wilder. Rusto, Son of Heaven. Nacho Fur, B6, Grom Brindle, Adam TM. There's a lot of big names, man. Zone. Oh God! All right, so here's the strat, right? I just gotta win 4 games in a row, guaranteed semifinals. You're too rusty. All right. So be it. But yeah, I'm editing. Oh, by the way, so 2 things. Number 1, I'm editing the video. I'm gonna release a quick video on the closest game of the grand finals, that being my Tomb Kings vs Slanesh game. That one was very fun, so I'm gonna put that video out. Should be pretty cool. And then after that little business, then we also have a separate series that we're going to be releasing soon. I have a separate series. It's going to be Anticity's Roast and Coach. That's what we're calling it. If you have campaign disaster battle or campaign disaster situation, a multiplayer replay that you want me to give you free coaching on, go to my Discord, go to the Anticity Roast and Coach channel, and submit your replay / campaign. I will be streaming it and judging you very hard, but may the information be useful, and it should also make for some cool videos. It's kind of like Legends, you know, Save Your Disaster campaign series. Check it out. Check it out. You know, I need that content. Yeah, for free. It's a deal. 100% off. Insanity. Legend of Anticity. Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah. I look forward to it. I just need submissions. I just need me some submissions. So, you know, if you want to guarantee that you'll get a, that you'll get in there, submit early. If you want to manufacture a terrible situation for me to save too, I'm willing to take the challenge. Why not? Why not? All right. Here we go. He's ready. Good luck, have fun. Oh boy. So Oishikun over here, pretty good player, but the map and the matchup favor me. I think the map and matchup, I feel like it favors me rather well. So I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be fine. Mm-hmm. So I'm just editing my thumbnail here while I for the video. I'm trying to get work done today. I got a lot of work to do. Man, this thumbnail's like so close to greatness, but it's like I can't get it to work properly, man. I gotta slave over this and figure it out. We'll get there eventually. I think I need to get rid of this. I think I gotta get rid of this stuff. There you go. All right. Anyways, I'll keep working on that later. We have a game to play. So great thing about this map, insane Vanguard deployment zones. So you can actually just full Vanguard onto the points. It's a pretty nice bonus. The name of the game is playing for points. So I have a really good army for shoving factions off of points. That should go pretty well. And I also have 2 scab scrappers. So as long as I just kind of waddle my way forwards, I think we'll be okay. There you go. You see that? You see that zombie capture? Look at that sick zombie capture. So yeah, they're just gonna take that point, and then I just gotta get space, right? Well, actually, technically, I don't have to push just yet. There's a good old wait and push strategy that works out pretty well, because if he up trades, then we get screwed over, right? He has Fists of Gork. Headbutt. Okay, Fist of Gork makes Sirens a little bit worse. Such is life. Anyways, what I really need are zombie bombers. Bomber spam into the horizon. These gobbo spears, I'll just blast them. Should be a fairly good up trade. And then I summon some Morin goals at some point. You know, the plan is simple. I just have to not get murdered. You have some spiders over here. Good to see, good to see. Is why we got the Morin goal action. How the spider's gonna actually do though? What if I summon directly? If I summon directly behind them? What if I just scab scrap them to death, you know? What if? Scab Scrat's a pretty crazy spell, you know? You must be careful. Looks like he wants to take the fight early. I shall accept. In the meantime, Noctilus, win to death. He's gonna notice that. If he doesn't notice it, game's over already, man. Oh, the humanity. Oh, God, the humanity. Oh, lordy. All right. Never expect the vampire coast wind of death. They never expect it. They never see it coming. Crap. He did get a flank on me, though. With a few spatter riders. Should be fine, though. I got Moringles. Get him in. How's Noctilus doing? He's doing fine. He's doing just fine. Dandy. Even. Over here, we got our bombers going ham. Let's see here. Scab Scrath over there. There's the bomber corps. Crushing it. They're doing great. I can get some doggos here in a second. Definitely want to reinforce this flank. But overall, I think we're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. I should be able to start capturing these points soon enough. What is that? Orc boar boys? Okay. Let's see. The Moringles are in at least. So if I just kind of use doggos to chase things off, I should be fine. Okay, yeah, he has cleared up a lot of my zombies, but trading's overall fairly close. Bombers are going ham, just as they were meant to do. Oh God, we have a wall going off though. Little sus. Not the biggest fan of surprise wall all over my face, but we'll have to see. Honestly, I'm not liking the trade so much on this right side. I think that could be going much better. Let's get a Scab Scrath over there. Moringles versus Boar Boys is kind of sus. Kind of sus. I got more pistol mobs here though. The question is like, who's gonna secure points now, right? So both trip or we both have double caps on. That's pretty interesting. Whites are having a little bit of an issue. They're not white kings, so they can't fight nearly as well. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. It's looking a little sus. I'm not actually taking any of these points, right? And his archers are just having a field day on the right-hand side. You can see how bad the value trading is actually going now. I think we're dead. I think we're absolutely massacred. I thought the bomber corps would push him back. Oh my gosh. All right, yeah, I got super wrecked. Yo, he just YOLO'd into the bombers. He didn't even care. What the crap? Bombers have fallen from grace or something. Oh God. No, this guy's gonna die. All right. Alrighty. You get some Moringles here. I'll keep grinding it. You never know when you can get a surprise comeback, but god dang that archer corps. Also the gunnery whites, they're not white kings. They ain't no white kings. So unfortunately they're also getting massacred. I have pistol mobs here. Looks like he will be securing one of my points. Count Noctilus doing his best. Bombers over here getting a little bit of work done. You know, maybe I can get some sirens going. I think that's my out. I think if I get some sirens, he might not have the magic damage available to handle the situation. You know, his orc shaman's on his way out. He's gonna die soon. Oh God, he has so much cav. Dude, I just lost all across the front, man. I thought I could just YOLO into him. Brutal. Green Tide wins against Coast Side. I don't think I played it right. I think first of all, I think the gunnery whites were garbage. Scab Scraths didn't really do too much. And then second of all, I think yeah, I think I need something to kill off the archers. Oh God, can I heal? He's crumbling. Oh God. I got another. I'm 5,000 down. All right, there you go. GG, well played. Yo, that was terrible. That was terrible. Yeah, I had nothing. Well, his archers didn't get that much value. What did it then? I guess he just walked into me, right? God, all my guys traded terribly. Yo, that was suck. That was absolute suck. Both gunnery whites died instantly. Brutal. Brutal. Okay, yeah, if I have to change things up, I think you definitely cut the gunnery whites. I think you maybe have to go for the crabs. I was thinking of going Rotting Leviathan, but like, I'm used to the old bombers that can just kind of YOLO and kill everything. I think bombers got nerfed into the ground, so they don't do that much damage anymore. Yeah, the orc high DPS versus zombies, a lot of HP. I think, let's see here. I would have gone a trading build instead. I think I would have gone a trading build if it wasn't a 4 capture point map. Not enough bloated corpses. The 4 hundo. I really wanted to go like deck drop or handguns, but I knew he was gonna quad cap me if I did that. I think the handguns would have been so sick. Whatever, it's Oishi, it's fine. If he wins all 3 matches and or if he wins his next 3 matches and I win my next 3 matches, I should still make it to semis. Yeah, so like the Shade Wraiths. Shade Wraiths can do a little bit of routing, but like I didn't want to just get shoved back, you know. How good are Cathay Bombers? Terrible. Absolute garbage. Alrighty. It's all goodies. We're experimenting with Coast. You missed the first game? It was a fast one. It was a fast one. Let's see. Yeah, because the Moringles didn't do that great either, right? You really have to jump the archers one way or another. So maybe you do just have to take deck gunners. They take a long time to kill archers though. With so many units, you'd probably have a hard time defending these guys against the Green Tide. So I think you could go a Siren Core. Sirens are pretty good in general, as long as he's not using magic damage. But if you take enough of them, it can be pretty hard to manage. I don't know, man. Redeem squats in the stretch. Thank you. All right, here we go. Oh. So Cathay Grenadiers and not Depth Guard, Grave Guard pole arms. Daily fitness check. There we go. That's 5. Yeah, so Shade Wraiths and a Mortar. The reason I didn't go for it is because this map has 4 capture points. So any like long trading build is like way too risky. Way too risky. Like I needed to go some sort of melee action. Can you go like can you go like Depth Guard, Siren? Is that a thing? The pistol mobs are pretty rough too. I don't know, man. I think I had to like super defend my bombers, but they seem real lackluster. Graveguard polearms were there for a long time. Oh, flingers. Oh yeah, it was flingers, not the Graveguard polearms. No one really uses the flingers. Can you do pull-ups? I can. I did rock climbing a while ago. God, outdoor farm lanes. Alright, it's fine. As long as Oishi-kun wins his next rounds, I might still make it to semis. I gotta really grind coast though if I'm gonna get good at them. I think the deck droppers are the secret to victory. Gotta get back on the wall. I'm so scared of getting injured. Going for the Wolfric mod. I want to be at least mildly fit. What'd you do? Oh, I love bouldering. Oh my gosh, bouldering was so good. Rock climbing stream went. Yeah, I basically exclusively bouldered. It was a fun time. Yeah, but anyways, I'm thinking like, you know, you spam deck dropper handguns. I should have just gone for the deck dropper handguns, man. Kind of have to kill the archers. Mortars are like okay, but you can kind of dodge it. And if I'm forcing him to rush me, I lose the capture points. God dang, man. Man, I'm so like the front line just died, man. My front line sucked against greenskins. Holy crap, they got massacred, man. Like it wasn't even close. I think I'm used to like, you know, when you have like a more flimsy front line, like Empire Spears and such. Cannons for 750 pay for themselves quickly. Not against infantry, bro. Have you tried to kill 750 gold worth of infantry with cannons? Absolutely not. Hello, hello. Weren't crabs really good? And okay, they wouldn't do that well against greenskin archers though. They're kind of similar to like crossbows, so they do have enough armor piercing to handle this situation. What's the 3 complete units of zombies? What do you mean? Yeah. It's like 3. Yeah. It would cost like 3 of these guys. Even it's something more expensive. Cannons don't kill like. Cannons take like 5-10 minutes to pay for themselves. They basically take the whole battle to pay for themselves unless they have a large target. Accuracy matters less, surprisingly enough, because most people dodge. So being less accurate can actually be a benefit. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, nobody uses artillery that much. I could have gone for Queen Bess, but like I said, the map, I think the map forced me, or I felt like I couldn't play the typical style because of the map. This is a very melee focused map. Queen Bess would be pretty jokes, though. Queen Bess. Okay, I really want to try deck dropper handgun build, so that's what we're gonna be doing today. Flaming sword on the cannons. Aw, yeah. Aw, yeah, there we go. Alrighty. Terrorgeists are good to know. They're okay. For the faction itself, though, Terrorgeists don't usually do that well with Vampire Coast as a faction, because they just don't really contribute much, right? You know what I mean? The faction really, you know, uses a lot of shooting. It needs defensive tools. Terrorgeists are more of a sniping tool for melee armies. So yeah, it's a little eh. Just a little eh. Max depth guard. Aw, yeah. I think I just have to figure out Coast. I think, you know, as much as I can, you know, whinge and complain, Coast does have tools. I just gotta lock in, learn it up, and then we should be okay. It's only a matter of time. What if you go full Lord Snipe and Terror out? Well, let's see here. If I went like double Goose and tried to Lord Snipe, double Goose Lord Snipe would be, you know, it's good. Remember, it's a 4 capture point map though, right? So like, just think about it. How long does it take? How long does it take my Terrorgeist to kill off his, you know, like 20 units of infantry, right? If it takes more than 5 minutes, he's capturing all the points by then, right? I'm pretty sure the deck droppers have a high enough trade rate though, where I can probably get work done with them. I feel like that's my big out. Get the deck dropper action in, and then like just have them cleave through everything. I do have to win air dominance though, but maybe I can get enough zombie spam or it won't be too much of an issue. 400 gold for a bloats of steel. Oh god. Deck dropper bombs. Deck dropper bombs are broken right now. So I'll load into a here, I'll load into a thingamajig. I think they're still broken anyways. Let me double check. So deck dropper bombers, if you bring them and you have some Empire spearmen, let's see if they can fire nowadays. Yeah, a lot of things to experiment with. I'm no Vampire Coast main no more though. I basically have to learn them like I learned Nurgle. A faction that plays completely differently from any other conventional faction. Alright, so if I target these guys from here, or I target from directly above. Yeah, you see that? You see that? You see what's going on here? You see the problem? They have a minimum range. So it's really, and it's quite aggressive too. Yeah, you see that? Anyone else seeing this business? Their minimum range is more than like 35 meters. Which means that this right here, this is the range, like this is the area that they can attack. Literally, if the archers just walk forwards towards my bombers, they become useless. That's pretty bad. That's really bad. Now you can back up, right? You know, but like imagine they just walk up slightly and I'm not paying attention. Then they just start doing nothing, right? Like this, if this doesn't work, right? That means the unit, it has to be like here. Like this is, it's so easy to dodge, man. If this is too close, like literal artillery will shoot at closer distances, right? You know, so like you just can't really micro these guys in a way that works. Oh, this one's janky too. Yeah, they won't even turn around. They won't even turn around to like shoot the bomb sometimes. Yeah, look at that. Come on, dang it. There you go. All right. Yeah, it's so janky. It's so janky, man. Oh, and then they clump up when you try and right click. Like, what do we do? How do you shoot bombs? I don't know. Not a bug, just bad design. Well, like they did not perform like this before. So back in the day, you could park bombs like directly on top of units and just right click and they'd shoot. CA changed something about things, and I think it unintentionally broke deck dropper bombers. So yeah, they like it was unintentional, bug or not, it was definitely unintentional. I don't think they said, hey, you know, bombers, they shoot too close to them, we gotta get rid of that one, nip it right in the bud. Yeah, so Until that gets fixed, Vampire Coast is at a rather large deficit. At a fairly large deficit. It doesn't mean that they can't cook. However, it does mean that you have fewer options, at least for a little while. Sorry, I'm just editing this image while we wait for a match. God, I got wrecked so hard against Oishi there. Yeah, it's Oishi, but man, Vampire Coast used to be so good against greenskins. Oh yeah, the Necrofex too. Necrofex Colossus shots are a little janky. You do have to be just a little wary of that. Vampire Coast has so few units to play. What are you talking about? They have zombie pirate deckhands. And I guess deck gunners are okay. Moringulls are okay. Like, I'll figure them out. I think the real secret here are the deck dropper handguns. So deck dropper handguns are pretty good. Let's take like a Sigmar Suns real quick and see how much damage they do. Looking forward to the greenskin games today. Greenskins to semifinals. Oh god. Yeah, the deck dropper handguns are super nice. So they're basically you know, they get a lot of damage out despite not having too many entities. If you have 4 of them, you can kill what? You should be able to kill a shielded infantry unit at a pretty good pace. Not so good against the shielded infantry. Is accuracy good against like foot characters? Honestly, not looking too great. What if I like camp on top of them? Yeah, I think it's mostly their accuracy. So you have to get pretty close, but if you do, then you can get some sniping in. So he dies pretty fast. Sigmar Sun surrounded can die. It's a little slower. I guess I'm basically just using these guys as anti-cav. It's a little sus. A D-summon will be good on them though. I don't know. Yeah, not super great. Not super great. They did good versus Archie though. So the game where they did perform well is if they take horse skirmishers like this. Now, no guarantee that they'll take skirmishers versus the gun faction. But let's take a look-see. Oh, nice. We have a next opponent. Hell yeah. So I just need to win my next 3 matches, and as long as Oishi goes 4-0, I should have enough opponent points. But yeah, so deck dropper handguns against like Marauder Horsemen. These are Marauder Horsemasters, by the way. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Against cavalry, they dumpster cavalry. Do you see that? That was 1 shot. And I already got a quarter value back on these guys. That's what we're talking about, okay? So if I can somehow channel that power, then we're talking, okay? They literally 1 shot routed off the Marauder Horsemasters. So that's the goal. That's the goal that we're aiming for. It's pretty impressive, wasn't it? Yeah, Arcan went down in seconds. All right, what's this guy playing as? Vaughn. Let's see here. They're playing Kislev. Oh god, all right. Kislev. Oh boy, I love Kislev. Dried floodplain. Bit easy to counterpick though. the deck droppers, and the range does kind of help. Okay, now Kislev's a weird one. Kislev's a faction that can be very annoying. What's the best option versus Kislev? So we saw the Coast Army. It's very in a melee. Kislev's a very ranged faction. He can get something like Lil Grom or what have you. Okay, what if I just take this, man? Is Aranessa the way? Can I just Aranessa it up? Probably not. Probably not. God, healing used to be better on deck chopper handguns too. What did they do? What did they do to my boy? Okay, there we go. So yeah, this feels like a decent build. This feels like a very decent build. Okay. So what then? I don't know. Are big Crabos good here? Kislev sometimes goes too hard on the archers and not enough handguns. So like crabs can do okay at times. Oh yeah, did you know that rotting Prometheans count as range units? So it's very hard to get enough range units in as the range faction. Little unfortunate. Just a wee bit. Oh god. All right, here we go. Let's just give it a shot. Yeah, Kislev range can get a lot of value. It's spooky. I think you know, if we go. Oh hey, Karavdir got a submission in. Hell yeah, I'll make that. Maybe I'll cover it at the end of the stream today. Aranessa net into Gunbat Snipe, the new sick tech. Aranessa, you know, in domination she's better than in land battle, because in land battle she just gets sniped. In domination you can keep her a lot more safe, or something or other. You can keep her a lot more safe. You can I don't know, man. I don't know. Double gunnery white on Crabos. Man, they used to be good. Everything about this faction got nerfed. Domination doesn't suit them very well either, but I think, you know, it's only a matter of time before like I lock in and just really learn how to play them well. I don't expect to crush it today, not after my performance against Oishi. Playing against Oishi in that match felt like I did not know what I was doing. I thought I knew. I implemented the strat and it was like not even close. That's a bad sign. It means I really have a lot of learning to do. What were my factions again? Okay, you know what? After that game, if I can't beat Greenskins, screw it. I'm putting Vampire Coast rock bottom, man. I genuinely just don't know what I'm supposed to take as them. This is my faction strength list for me personally. It's not a general multiplayer tier list. It's who I'm best at. And you may notice it correlates very strongly with the speed of the faction. Necrofix Colossus are not very good, unfortunately. Man, my eyes are still dry, dang it. Alrighty. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna die so hard. Alrighty, so plan is simple. I have my deck dropper handguns. He has 9 units. He has 9 units? Interesting. That's a little sus. Why would a kislev player have 9 units? There's only a few builds I know that have such few model counts. 9 seems a bit high though. Why does he have 9 units? Is he going Cav Max? Cav Max Kislev? Is he inspired by my shenanigans? 2 skirmish Cav. Zarina. What the? She's already injured? What the crap just happened? Why'd she start pre-injured this match? Is there an ability she has that hurts herself? Interesting. Interesting. She started pre-injured. Well, I don't know what happened there, but sure. That's a weird bug. I like never see people take her on her sled. Interesting. Things in the woods. He has bears. Does he have nothing to kill these guys? I think he has nothing to kill deck dropper handguns. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a deck dropper handgun meta for Vampire Coast. You don't know. Maybe he'll be sick. Really? The terrain killing your stuff is still a thing? Ah, it's a ripoff. All right, get him, bats. She's a large target. Just give her some pepper. Here you go. Oh, that's pretty good AoE. Thankfully, these zombies are just chaff. They don't really matter that much to me. And here's the plan. Play passively, get value on the bats, desummon them. Rinse and repeat until they have no army left, and then the game is won. I just gotta keep the bats firing and in fairly good health for the desummon. That means playing quite safe with them. Don't want to get hit too hard by these horse archers and the likes. Here comes the things in the woods. Should just be able to fight them up. See how brutal the bats are into his horse archers. It's pretty good rear summon of zombie pistols. That'll do quite well. The pistol mobs I'm noticing are really bad, by the way. They're really bad in their own on their own without support. I feel like they really do need a little bit of assistance. Fast Winston, thank you very much. Welcome to the crew. Bat country. I don't know if that's a reference to something. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Thank you very much, though. Welcome, welcome. Dang, Katarine kind of tanky. That ward save missile resist is kind of insane. Still, though, my opponent just doesn't really have a lot of units, right? I think it's going to be fairly difficult for his guys to get any work done, almost no matter what. Plus, we're on the defensive, which is great. I think Vampire Coast just has to play on the defensive. Anything to force a defensive fight is where it's at. See how quickly the bats kill the winged lancers. Very nice. Yeah, I'm really bad at moving Vampire Coast formations. I'm noticing. They are quite slow, and they have to stay in the proper formation and all that biz. So I think using these bats to force them forwards helps with that a lot. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go. All right. So that's a whole winged lancer unit just deleted by the bats. A small benefit, to be sure. Value trading is most definitely in our favor. So we're just gonna go ahead and right-click Zarina. I've done a fairly good job of keeping the bats alive. Unfortunately, she does back out. Ooh, okay, a little bit of a volley. Man, is she tanky, though. Does she have physical resist, too? Okay, no, she's resisting 35%. I'm still surprised though. I really feel like she should be taking more damage. You know, bats, they have extra powder, by the way. They do more damage when they're at high ammunition. So if I really wanted to go all in on the bats, I would take gunnery whites. And then the gunnery whites can work them down. But in general, the factions I'm going to be doing better against are chaos factions. Okay, here we go. Let's get a heal. We're going to turn about face. Shoot at Katarina. We're just trying to kill him fast enough here. If I can just take him down fast enough before he wins on tickets, we're fine. Overall, the trading is going exceptionally for me. Now, maybe I can steal this point. This is a terrible idea. Because if he summons one cavalry unit, he can just kill my Morngulls. So, you generally don't want to do that. I am ahead enough, though, where it's probably fine regardless. But a misplay is still a misplay. A misplay is a misplay. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little rough. Katarin's almost dead, though. Jeez Louise. So tanky, man. Alright, bats even shooting. Do they have a minimum range too? Does everyone have a minimum range? Kind of hard to tell. At least we have this point getting capped. He's almost out of units too. Remember, he started with like 9 units. He basically had nothing. So unless Katarin, whoops, wrong summon position. Unless Katarin starts popping off very hard, I don't think he'll be able to stop the zombie tide. There you go. She's almost dead. The slow burn vampire coast Nibitus Knight. I wonder how this would have done versus a more infantry heavy Kislev, by the way. Very hard to tell. I will say though, these bats, I'm sure their value is pretty decent. Yeah, that's starting to pay for themselves. On the D summon, they definitely be worth. So I kind of like them. I kind of like them. Are they going to obliterate the enemy? Absolutely not. But are they going to sit around and just be a value trading tool? Very much so. You know, unless they have like a bunch of flyers they can summon on in, these bats are almost guaranteed to get at least decent value. A lot of people are afraid of coast crab builds too. And crab builds in general need very different units. They need very, very different units. Do these guys have move and shoot? No. Come on, chase her off. God, they took ages though. That was 4 bats, almost completely uncontested. And they had a pretty hard time taking out Katarin. She is dead though. Big volley on his dervishes. We have his victory point. Hell yeah, the Morngulls, you did great. And that should be game. The unexpected bat swarm. Can I kill her at least? Let's go. Oh, all the horses tripped at once. Oh my gosh. All right, so what I want to do is I just desummon these guys now, and then they get their reload, right? In fact, I might even want to desummon them earlier, because they spend their ammunition fairly slowly, right? So rather do that so that I can benefit from them as fast as possible. It's an interesting strat. How quickly does it, how quickly do they come back? How quickly do they come back on a D summon? Let's see, let's see. So we're waiting, we're waiting. I was like, you obviously want them on the battlefield, but if you're gonna resummon them anyways, you might as well get it done earlier. Make use of that extra powder too, doing a little bit more work. If they die on the second summon, it doesn't matter, because you're probably not gonna desummon them anyways. They actually get it's 50% of your value on the desummon. At least, I think so. Did they get less than I'm used to when I desummon them? Because it costs 700. It should be 350, not 250. All right, so there's the resummon. So they've already gone a decent amount of value. 1,200, 1,200, 1,000. So they've already paid for themselves, and now they're back on the battlefield to get more value. I think this is, I think this strat has a little bit of juice. They're definitely great value trading. Some were damaged. I see. Only a little bit though. Only a tad. Can these guys shoot at cavalry at this distance? Seems like, a decent amount of poking. You need like just the right angle to make sure that they hit all of their shots. But yeah, they should be able to bully the dervishes. That shouldn't be too bad. Hey, all right, there you go. That's a pretty good shot. The extra powder shots are definitely where it's at. Extra powder against large targets like this here cavalry. Crazy value, man. Like the fact that they can rout off cavalry or take them down to half HP in one volley is kind of insane. It's kind of insane. The question is, can I keep them alive? And will they have enough targets against some builds? Because they may not. The supply increased from 700 to 1,800 when the bat's unsummoned. Okay, yeah, so it's slightly over 250. Definitely not 350 though. Okay. Good to know, good to know. Oh my gosh. The mega value. So does that mean I can use Invocation of Nahek to get better D summons? I feel like I might want to heal them because it also revives entities, which can be oh so important. Entity revival means that they entity revival means that they have more models to shoot with, which is very nice. G. Okay. Fairly straightforward game. That was Vampire Coast versus Kislev. I still gotta make it to the semis though. Hopefully I match against good players. I need a match up against like Charix, Oishi. Maybe they'll have some upsets, we'll see. Oishi won his second game, which is a good sign. I just need Oishi to keep winning. Oh, Oishi beat Charix too. Interesting. Does that mean me and Charix have the same opponent points? I'm willing to fight a tiebreaker against Charix. Fine by me. Can I win against Charix though? We'll see. All right. Yeah, hopefully Oishi wins the rest. Fairly good deeps. Katerin lived a very long time despite the circumstances. And then everything else just kind of got mulched. Dang, he had Frostworm. He had a little Grom too. Did he Chevron the thing in the woods? That's not worth, man. That's a big loss. Definitely don't chevron your summons, man. It makes them so much more expensive. Redeem to hydrate. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think Katerin took damage because of overcast, because she didn't cast any spells at the beginning there. All right, a decent situation. So we're 1-1. Not bad. I just need Oishi to keep winning and no one else to get too many wins. If you have too many people going 4-0, it can be pretty bad because it knocks out a lot more 3-0 players. Spending 7 wins to get 50 extra value on your summon, insane value. Well, you also get more entities. So if you revive 2 handgunners, If you get 2 handgunners back, you increase the DPS by 10%. Okay, yeah, it's pretty not value. It's pretty not value. What else am I supposed to do though? Lore of Death, Spirit Leech? Lore of Death, Spirit Leech is probably the most consistent thing. With a build like this, a little bit of Lord Snipe is not bad. I could do Lore of the Deeps, Kiss of the Deep. Does some damage to everything. It does more damage against wait, how much deeps does it actually do? Let's just double check real quick. Okay, so let's take a Silastra. We'll cast the spell, see how much damage he does. Let's see. If I remember correctly, it should do like no damage, but who knows? Maybe it's sick. Okay, so Silastra's over here. Let's say I use Spiteful Shot. It's 4 Winds of Magic. All right. I spent 4 Winds of Magic to do... Oh, dang. That's actually not too bad. Wait, yo, that's 4 Winds of Magic to do, you know, 60 damage to this guy. Okay, 55 damage. And then I assume the same to this one. It's like 50 damage to every unit. So if I spam Spiteful Shot and Tide Call. Okay, wait, let's see here. Let's see here. This is dumb. This is dumb, but maybe it's not the worst. Let's just see. So let's say they have a full army, right? They have an absolutely, you know, it's greenskin 20 stack time. How much damage is Silastra getting? The thing is, it's all spread out amongst all the units, so it's not nearly as effective as focus damage, but let's see. Spiteful Shot's not bad on these guys too. At least it gives them a little extra oomph. Cast number 1 is, so that's 800 damage. It's 800 damage for 1 cast. Okay, so every cast gets me like what, 60 gold worth of value. Then the Spiteful Shot itself has to go off. Like, you know, it's definitely worth taking the passive just for that little bit of chip damage. Oh, maybe the Zinj shields aren't counting. I forget if Zinj shields count. Do they count for damage dealt? They do. Okay. Yeah, it's very mild. It's very mild, but like you can see it wears them down just that little bit. Took 300 HP off this. It's reverse Tomb King's passive. Is it amazing? Like, you know, it gives her something to do, I guess. You just spam Spiteful Shot, and then like she gets a little bit of value. The thing is, even with the spam, it never gets to like ludicrous values, right? It is only 65 gold to cast. Nah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, how good is Spiteful Shot on these guys, though? Let's see. So let's say I have 2 of these bats, right? And we're at pretty far range. And then I cast Spiteful Shot on these guys. Let's overcast it, right? So you cast Spiteful Shot, and then we right-click this guy. Accuracy difference? Kind of hard to tell. Wait. Is that really that much more accurate? They're still missing their shots by quite a bit. You have to be like a little closer. Okay, at this range, at medium range, a Spiteful Shot does make them reasonably more accurate. Is it worth it though? Probably not, but you know. Over the entire game, I'd call it okay. Like, it's not like I'm drooling over this. Like, the Tomb King's passive is just going to get you more value, right? So like, you know, if you think this is good, right? The vampire counts passives that heal, or the Tomb Kings, they get like double this value. So at best, this is half as good as those passives. And typically, if something is half as good, it's not a very good sign. You know, a Slanesh Hellstrider that's half as good is not usable, right? It's just not usable. Anyways, yeah, I guess it's okay. I don't think it hits the leadership of the units now. Realm of Souls only affects infantry. Okay, yeah, you know, it's still the same diff. It's still going to, I guess, like, sure, okay, single entities maybe? The single entity damage is, you know, it's still 50 damage, so you get basically a free Spirit Leech out of it. But it's not on a Spirit Leecher. You would want it on a Spirit Leeching Lord. How expensive is this lady? So if I take it with just Spirit Leech, 1,050. If I go for this guy with just Spirit Leech, 1,050. So the pole arm and the pistol are the same. She does take up a ranged slot, but having a little pistol lady's not bad. Okay, so best case scenario, I match into Charix and beat him. If I can do that, not doing too bad. Is the Kraken King any good? No. I haven't played Coast in so long, man. I haven't played Coast in so long. Unless you're talking about the Kraken Lord. Lokir. Or if you just talk about Luther Harkin, he's okay. Luther Harkin should get random spells like he does in campaign. It's like a random Vangeist Revenge. Slon Gold. Power recharge minus 80. That's it. It stalls your magic replenishment for 1 minute. It cuts your magic replenishment by, let's say, like, you know, 30%. Let's say it cuts your winds of magic by 30%. 30% less winds of magic. And you have to get in range of them. I don't know, man. Doesn't seem that useful. Power Siphon reduces vigor. Okay, Magical Void is kind of hype if you're getting like sniped. You know, that's your anti-Zinch tech. Does it depend on the magic cost of the spell? No, it's per cast. So you want to cast cheaper spells. Interesting. But yeah, we'll play around with the deck dropper handguns. They're the only deck dropper that works properly right now. And it seems like they're fairly good at trading. Force the enemy to push into bombers. And then you win from there. I just gotta make sure my bombers don't get caught. People are really good at diving bombers nowadays. And I haven't been practicing getting shots with them. We'll get there though. In the meantime, I guess I'll keep working on my thumbnail for the video we'll be posting in a bit. After this tournament, by the way, we're casting Karavdir's game to give him coaching. That'll be pretty fun. Alrighty. Use double big crab, coward. Double big crab is like fairly meta. A lot of people nowadays go for like Silostra and second crab. But like everyone and their mother is hard countering it now. And Vampire Coast does the worst out of all factions when they're hard countered. So I feel like it's a terrible idea. I think that's yeah, I think that's a really bad idea. Oh god, not the double crab. Anything but the double crab. Depth guard, Giga Chad build. So depth guard are a hard maybe. They do really well if they have the support to live a long time, but they do really bad otherwise. So I don't know how a depth guard Giga Chad build works. My thoughts are probably they get massacred though, because they'll be without support, right? It's depth guard trying to support depth guard. So like cavalry would probably massacre them. You know. Yeah, like what are they supposed to do? What's there to do? I feel like a one of depth guard is kind of nice though, because occasionally that one depth guard can find the fight that it wants, and then it's like easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Time for crab. Yeah, just play Coast as a crab faction. Seriously though, everyone has counters to crab builds. At least I think so. Maybe I'm entirely wrong, but like even Oishi, he messaged me that his build was designed to fight a crab build. Still beat my build because my build was not optimized in the slightest. But the point still stands. That's what he was trying to prep for. Well, who knows? Maybe crab builds are just that good, right? They're so good that even if they get countered, you'll still win with them. Last I tried, it did not seem like that was the case, though. Aren't the ROR depth guard really good? Not really. Most people haven't been running them as far as I can tell. You know, I think they're pretty cool looking, but yeah, most people don't seem to be running them. Unfortunately. ROR still beat Plague Ogres? Okay, yeah. Like, I guess, right? Like, yeah, sure, the polearm the polearm unit does beat ogres. It's true. Okay, seriously though, like, you know, they have enrage, which is like a nice damage resist, 22 seconds. But like, yeah, the problem is they'll get shot to death. That's kind of the whole problem with the entire Coast roster. They get shot to death, which is weird because they're a shooty faction. But yeah, without their bombers being able to shred a front line, it's rough. You see the ROR a lot, they never win though. Dang. ROR crabs. Okay, the ROR crab is good. I think a lot of people are still bringing hard counters to crabs. Okay, yeah, so like this guy, I'm sure he'll beat Plague Ogres. It costs 1,700 though. 1,700. You know what else costs 1,700? The Claw of Nagash. I'm pretty sure I'd rather have this or a 1,400 Mortis engine than the ROR crab. You can counter it with like a Hell Cannon. You could definitely just field 2 cannons. Because it's so expensive that, like, if it gets countered, you're screwed, man. Now, it's great versus factions that just straight up don't have counters. Like, Bretonnia is, you know, Bretonnia will have a harder time against it, but, yeah. Lead Belchers, any amount of shooting is a tough time for them indeed. Any amount of shooting. Look, I'm sure they can be made to work. I'm just saying. It's gonna be a toughie. It's gonna be a tough one. And I still gotta learn the basics of Coast 2. Warriors of Chaos kite lineup. I threw up. What was this? The Warriors of Chaos kite lineup? Yo, I was thinking, by the way, if you're a super new player, Warriors of Chaos is probably like... Warriors of Chaos is probably one of the best factions you can play. Because they have, they're really straightforward. You're basically taking the same units against every matchup. So like straight up, one Hell Cannon, bunch of Forsaken, maybe a couple Aspiring Champions, Hellstrider Max, Archaon, and let's see here, Archaon, and then like one Blood Beast, some Stone Trolls. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, and Horsemen. There you go. This Warriors of Chaos build will do well versus like most factions. Oh dang, wait, Fast Winston Doom, you donated 5 memberships? God dang. Thank you so much. 6 Horsemen and a Hell Cannon. Yeah, that was a great build. Yeah, that works so well. All right, almost in round 3. One more match. Will I make it to semis? The 3-1 Anticity. Classico. If I make it to semis, that'd be great. But I feel like I still need to learn coasts. It's enough to bump them up a bit on my my power ranking tier list. But if I can't even make it to semis, I'm still putting them bottom tier. Look, I can get to semis with Cathay and Greenskins for sure. Vampire Coast, though, man, so much learning. So much learning. We gotta figure out everything. All right, here we go. I'm still working on the thumbnail. It's a lot of work. I gotta make sure the readability is good, you know? I gotta make sure the readability is good. If you make a thumbnail and it's too much detail and people can't tell what's going on at a glance, then it don't work, man. It don't work. All right, this should help. I can blur this. Are the Cathay Legendary Lords good in PvP? Yeah, 2 of them are. So Zhao is good, and what's his face is good. The what was it? Yuan Bo, yeah. Zhao and Yuan Bo are both decent. Miao Ying is not used. She is a little too expensive, and most of the time Cathay isn't so interested in healing. They don't really have the single entities to make healing worth it. So I think that plays a fairly big part. But I think just in general, isn't Miao Ying like pretty expensive? Let's take a look. Miao Ying, her baseline cost is 1,700. Zhao's baseline cost is also 1,700. Yeah, I guess it just is her magic and the fact that she doesn't have a crazy self-heal like Zhao. Her stat line is more or less the same. I guess Zhao's just better. Magic-wise. Talons of the Night got nerfed. I think that's why. Yeah, I think Talons of the Night got nerfed. Regrowth is not what it used to be. Yeah, none of these spells are really too great on her. But she's fine. She's fine. Yuan Bo, Gotrek, Felix trio. Yeah, it's one of those compositions that you just don't fight. And you just play keep away from. It's a very expensive trio. If you take them all with like no abilities, like look at this. You're concentrating like, you know, at least bare minimum. You're concentrating about 3,000, 4,000 gold in one area. That's like a shredder of Lustria, man. It doesn't look like it's that scary, but it absolutely is. The solution, just don't fight it. It's like Kugath, right? You know, if you're fighting Kugath, you're probably making a grave mistake. So just don't fight the man. Don't fight him, and you'll be fine. Yeah. How weird. Why is this not working? Regrowth was nerfed. Well, like I think it used to be more powerful. It didn't get nerfed like recently. But like I think regrowth in general is not as good as it used to be. In like Warhammer 2. I forget though. Cuz like a lot of healing became percentage based, and even on the higher end it would not heal as much as it used to, I think. I think like healing was kind of standardized so that you heal the percentage would heal like a 10,000 gold unit as much as before or something like that. I don't know, man. At like one point they nerfed like every healing spell in the game. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's probably the main reason why we have so many you know, Flock of Doom spams nowadays. When the healing spells get nerfed that hard, you might as well just spam damage spells. It's really weird. I feel like when CA does like changes to an entire spell base, what you end up getting is everyone just transitions to the same like type of magic. That's kind of garbage, right? I feel like it'd be a lot more interesting if you had some factions that would go really hard on like healing, some factions that would go super hard on damage spells, right? But like they nerf like vortex spells across the board, so like everyone drop vortex spells. I don't know, seems like a bad system. I've been trying to get things changed though. Nice, we're up against Grom Brindle. I bet he's gonna play dwarves. Place your bets, people. You think he's gonna play Dowie? I think almost 100%. We're on Battered Bluff. Battered Bluff. It's oh, it's this map. God, what happened to the flat maps, man? Buff Skitter Leap, yeah. You know what I'm most worried about though? The way they've been changing spells and such. If they buff like all the speed boosting spells and everyone starts using speed boosting spells, that's gonna be really annoying. It's still better than pure damage spells. Like I would love a speed boost spell meta, but like I would much rather just be like, yeah, Cathay is the faction where Dragon's Breath. Cathay has best in class breath spells, you know? The other ones are utility for when you need them. And then be like, you know, vampires, they got the best in class healing because they're undead. It's very thematic, right? So vampires have Invocation of Nehek, and that's the spell that's the best for that lore. Burning Head is best in class wind spell. Classic, right? You know, Tempest, right, is like a super good air final transmutation. You know, but like the other ones are like just for teching instead of it just being apotheosis spam. Give me some texture to these spells, you know? Everything's way too standardized right now. Like a lot of the, if you actually look at a lot of the spells, many of them are just more or less exactly the same. Like all the vortex spells are balanced to be basically exactly the same. It'd be cool if, like, you know, Pit of Shades is really good for the Lore of Shadows. And Lore of Shadows is kind of everywhere though, so it shouldn't be too powerful. Anyways, he's dwarves. He's freaking dwarves. God, I'm gonna lose this tournament. Yeah, the Cathay Dragon Breath spell is cool. Like, I think that's like a nice bit of interestingness. They should actually balance the spells, so there's reasons to take something other than the best in slot. That too. Although I'm willing to have Lores of Magic where, like, you have spells that are utility spells. So, for example, right? You can have, like, you can make it where there's a spell that's just better than another one. But every once in a while, maybe you want to run like a Spiteful Shot or like a Denizens of the Deep. Although Denizens of the Deep is run a little bit. Anyways, I got Dowie to fight. So here's the problem with dwarves. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me real good. Dwarves are a menace. What's their range? What's the range of their infantry? Way too high. Way too high. I'm gonna die. This map kinda sucks. Hey, at least sirens are better against dwarves now. That's pretty hype. Vangeist Revenge. Yeah, there's a lot of spells that are too slow. There's a lot of things they gotta do to fix the spell system. I think they gotta just slap it all together. Slap it all together and then we're good. Anyways, first things first, I gotta win this game. I gotta not die. So what's the best option here? What's the best Lore of Magic? They take less damage from Kiss of the Deep, by the way. So that ain't gonna help. Is there any magic that kills like slayers at a decent pace? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Sure, I'm just gonna do this then. Nothing too crazy. Vangeist Revenge. Dude, they nerf Vangeist Revenge into the ground, man. It doesn't even do damage to dwarves anymore. Not really. Okay, so bombers are also way worse than dwarves. I'll have you know. God, what's good here, man? What's even good? What am I supposed to bring? You know what? Sure. Let's take this. If I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down with some glory. Spam the bloats. Just spam some bloats, people. All right. Anyways, yeah, I brought up a lot of spell stuff to CA. It's baby steps. If they can change just a handful of if they can change a handful of things with spells, you know, like if they can just put in a little bit of work there, it would be a huge step in the right direction for spell diversity in tournaments. I say in tournaments because that's really all I see all the time. So I can't really say much about ladder or what have you. But at least for what a lot of people are watching, it is a lot of Flock of Doom and Melkoths. Alright, so I have a weird build. It's okay. Maybe it'll be fun though. Vangeist Revenge do it. Not against Grombrindle. He's a professional dwarf player. Now, if I beat him, it's one less person I have to worry about making it to the semifinals, which is a plus. Let's see. I'll have you know, people. I'll have you know I brought Bessie. This map is a map with a rather ginormous hill. It has a very large hill. And that means that Queen Bess actually cooks here. You'll love to see it. See this? There's no way he'll be able to stop Queen Bess from shooting. So we're gonna use that to our advantage. Bring the bats over here. Get the sirens. And as long as he doesn't jump it, I'm okay. Ready? Good luck, have fun. Now, he may just bring like a hero squad, but I guess the bats are there for that. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, here we go. What we got? Just one miner on the flank. Okay. That's fairly nice. I guess I'm gonna need to bring an animated Hulk here just to capture this. Alright. So the sirens will spot for Bess. And then hopefully it just gets hella value. I don't got much, guys. I don't got much. Is he gonna dodge that shot? Gyrocopters. Crap, did I forget to bring bats? Oh crap, I forgot to bring bats. Alright. I'm gonna need to use my deck droppers to handle the gyrocopters. I forgot to bring gyrocopters. God, I'm a fool. It's fine though, just a couple gyros, not a big problem. Blasting charges though definitely are. Screw that biz. Lots of infantry. Queen Bess though. Firing away. As long as we stay safe with the Bessie, I'll be fine. Deck droppers will do great. Classic end play. I know that was a big flub. God, the siren takes so much damage, man. This crossbow is painful. Here's the thing though, I got a bunch of bats and my lord here has a ranged attack. She'll be fine. I don't even have pistol mobs. Oh god, I wonder how many gyros he decided to bring. Okay, oh yeah, that's a pretty good shot from Bess. God, those sirens. Are they made out of paper mache? Why are they sucking so much? God, those sirens. Okay, I think my deck chopper handguns actually do kind of counter gyrocopter, so it's not too bad. I just gotta make sure he doesn't triple cat me and I'm fine. He brings in the Slayers. Depth guard are perfect for that. And then I just gotta stall him up. Stall him up so Bess can get value. There you go. Deck dropper handguns. Shoot him up. I have my lord here. She's getting work done. Hey, you know, the gyrocopter is actually a misplay for him. You guys seeing that value? The gyrocopter just got deleted by the better gyros. Hell yeah. And I can shoot up his miners now. That's pretty funny. Oh god. You just slow my my lord here. Why can't you move? Get out of there, lady. Skedaddle. The Slayers are not to be joked around with. That's terrifying. At least my bats are doing good. Okay, so she's a little low. I'll just patch her up. In the meantime, Bess is working his infantry very well. Ticket-wise, not too many tickets. There we go. His gyrocopter's getting massacred. We got some depth guard over here. I just gotta secure that left flank is all. There you go. Just shoot up them Slayers now. Nice. His little hero squad there going down. If I kill enough of his range units, he just runs out of stuff, right? He is triple capping me though. Queen Bess takes her sweet time getting things done. But I killed a unit of Slayers and most of a gyrocopter. That's honestly as good as it gets. Maybe I can just mass up and like get a triple cap or something. I don't know. Oh, he's going for Bessie. He's going for Bessie. I gotta get the boys in. He's gonna bomb drop my zombies. Move out of the way. Look, the depth guard are gonna crush it on the flank. They'll be fine. Gyrocopter can't kill Bess, probably. It's kind of spreading its damage, which does make it quite a bit less effective. Hell yeah, we've taken the flank. Little bomb drop, whatevs. Can I heal up Bessie? Do I need to heal up Bessie? I don't know. His gyrocopters are dead, though. That's definitely a plus. My lord here is just gonna chill. Oh, he brought a lot of hero action, didn't he? He went super hard on that hero squad. Come on, Bessie. Oh, I guess my D summon on Queen Bess is a lot weaker now because of this. I guess that's true. He loses a gyrocopter though, so in the end, it's not the worst trade in the world. Could be better, but he loses his gyrocopters. Queen Bess is still able to shoot and all that. So how bad could it possibly be, right? You know, and I have the depth guard. I got the depth guard. I got a little bit of a flank going on here. I'm taking my sweet time, by the way. I'm taking my sweet time with this game. Because if I can't just trade into these guys, we're a dead man. And I have a million deck droppers, right? There you go. There's another best shot. He's keeping his expensive units in the back here. He's dodging fairly well. What if I just let Queen Bess shoot at whatever? If I just let Queen Bess shoot at whatever? I got these guys snipe as Lord. There you go. All right, it's time. It's time. We're moving in. We're pushing on in. Get the boys. Pull everyone. Queen Bess can shoot at his archers while they're nice and distracted. Those are just normal slayers, so they don't do too well against sirens. I'll have a zombie over here to hold this point, so it's not really worth it for him. Do much else. Sirens are in. Hell yeah. Another gyrocopter. Is he gonna be able to hold these points against the zombie tide? Only one way to find out. I have a hell of a lot of sirens here. Armor piercing damage is perfect for them. Queen Bessie with the pretty brutal shots. Fairly good, fairly good. And I can use my deck droppers to snipe as single entities, right? So we'll just fire at Garagrim. Oh, it was Garagrim this whole time? For the jokes. Queen Bess can get D-summoned now. I need that money return on Bessie. These sirens got to back up. I'll get a fat heal on these sirens and depth guard in a second. That should be fine. Garagrim's going down to the power of the deck dropping. Pretty jokes, pretty jokes. We have our boys in here. A couple slayers, not a big deal. Yeah, I think we're just spamming sirens. We're just spamming sirens and I should be good. There you go. Depth guard are amazing against dwarves. Absolutely amazing. Let's get a zombie summon over here next. Shut down the archers. Depth guard on the far side look like they're probably gonna go down. Such is life. Now who am I sniping though? Probably going for his lord instead of Garagrim. Garagrim's cool and all, but just a fat lord snipe will be way better. Ultima lag. Classic. Oh crap, he has a ranger unit over here. Crap, he's going for the flank points. Okay. Well, that means his center line is going to be a lot weaker. And I do have a lot of time. Death Guard definitely are having a field day. They're having a dandy old time. God, this is the worst time for lag. Main fights is starting. Garagrim is kind of getting chunked though by the Depth Guard. They do have some pretty vicious healing, but they're going to need to live. Oh my god, this lag. The lag. Okay, pole arms are doing okay, stalling the point capture. As long as my Hulks get there in time, I think we're fine. I guess we'll focus his gyrocopter. Why not? I still haven't captured this point yet. Clock's a ticking. I only have so much time here. He's getting more miners with blasting charges on that flank. Okay. My lord's kind of getting bullied by his lord. The right flank is going great though, mostly because I have a million depth guard there. So they're doing pretty good. The middle's going The left side is probably going to be won by me, but also a little sus. I did kill off his gyros at least. And if I kill off his lord, that would definitely be a fairly big hit. Dwarves have a lot of that capture weight otherwise. So I'm thinking this point is more than well enough secured. I don't have to worry about it. The one depth guard will hold that. What I really need is to stop these shenanigans. Now, the Hulks are going to help hold things down a little bit. But they won't actually be able to fully hold this far point. What I need are like sirens to get there as fast as possible. And then I also need to get this fight done too. Like his lord's just hard focus in mine. Come on, deck droppers. You are made for this. Gonna do their best to just snipe them up. I got the sirens in here. I got my little captain just clobbering away at him. The depth guard here are doing fine. Trading wise, it's okay, but the tickets have me really worried. His lord's getting low though, and I should be able to secure this one as soon as I get the sirens there. Come on. Come on, you darn deck droppers. Just kill him. Just kill him, deck droppers, please. If I kill off his lord, that's all I need, man. How's the depth guard doing? Oh, the depth guard are actually dying. That ain't good. So he might actually be able to secure this one too. That would be most unfortunate. His lord's getting low though. His lord's absolutely getting low. Maybe one more shot. My captain can also shoot at him. He has so much capture weight though. It's gonna be a sus one. It's gonna be a sus one indeed. This one's gonna be a nail biter game. I can already feel it. He's on this point. He's probably gonna be able to steal it. Am I capturing this one? At least we're starting to capture this. But without my lord, I don't know if we got it. Come on, come on. I gotta hold this one. But with his heroes coming on in, I guess Garagrim's pretty low too. I don't want him to like capture the point. We can't afford to let him do that. Come on, get the D summons. Oh god, his lord's so low, man. His lord's so low. Why am I not taking this point? I feel like I've been grinding here for ages. Far side's getting really close too. Ah, god, he killed my lord. And he stopped the D summon with my bats. Oh boy, all right. Yeah, I think we lost. Dang it. Darn dwarves. Yo, how do I not have capture weight here? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got the flank point, but I actually overcommitted there. Dang. Dang it. Yeah, the bats, they're really bad at killing foot characters. They're much more of an anti-cav tool. Unfortunately for me. Rip. Guessing Best got like 800 value. Yeah, I don't think Best got enough value. Dang. Yeah, there's no way I'm taking this one. I have a double cap though, so I don't know. I might as well play it out. I might as well play it out. I have 2 minutes to take this. There's like no way though, right? Absolutely no way. Unless I like insta-kill these miners somehow. I have some sirens and some hulks here, but you can pressure this one, that's for sure. Left side is definitely secured, but... Oh man, god, Vampire Coast feels so bad to play. Not enough bloats. The bloats for the quick recaps. Mooring goals. Yeah, mooring goals would have been okay. The thing is, he had so many slayers, right? So I think mooring goals probably would have actually struggled against the slayer tide. You can see he's going hard on this point now. There's not really much I can do to prevent it other than, I don't know, summon a couple zombies maybe. God, this map's really janky too. Come on, get the capture. Is there any way we get this capture? I don't think so. So like, stop suggesting things that die to Slayers, people. Stop suggesting things that die to Slayers. He had like 50 Slayers, man. Wait, I don't need this. I don't need this on top of the loss. Alright, yeah, that's GG. There's no way I'm gonna hold it out. GG, well played. Brutal. How? Let's check the bats. They delete Slayers. The Crabos. All right, I'll give it a shot. Queen Bus did okay. Queen Bus was a decent choice. The deck droppers paid for themselves. It just was a little too slow on the capture. I think I need like more depth guard. You know, just screw the zombies. Only depth guard. Yeah, deck droppers actually did not bad. They actually did all right. Let's see here. Yeah, his hero squad, they ended up grinding against the Sirens. So that's the great thing about having Demon Slayers and Dragon Slayers now. Before, dwarves had way less magic options. Alright. Let's quickly test, though, to see if chat's insane or not. So you're telling me you wanted me to take crabs into Slayers. Let's just see. Let's just see. Maybe they actually trade decently. I'm willing to be wrong. All right. So you're saying... Now, he had like the maximum amount of Slayers. He had like 4 Slayers at least. All right. Here, look. You know, maybe chat knows what's up. So I'm spending 400 more gold on this unit. That's almost 50% more. So they have to uptrade really well here, otherwise it doesn't work. Let's see. So let's assume I also get the charge, right? So I get the charge into the Slayers. All right, and it's a massacre. And it's a bloody massacre. Who would have guessed? You wanted me to take more crabs? God, that was terrible. That was terrible. Oh God, Crab Gang does not rise up after that. That was atrocious. That is a more than 400 gold misplay. Absolutely, crabs are not the way. What I am wondering though is if depth guard pole arms win against Slayers, because normal depth guard shred them. I will still have to find a way to shut down the archers, but this might actually work. Queen Bus was actually okay. I just needed like more good units. So one thing that I didn't tech into is depth guard pole arms, because they generally don't have a lot of large targets when fighting dwarves. But let's just see real quick. Also, fell bats would have been useful, but let's just see. In a grind, you know, not bad. They got that armor piercing for normal dwarf infantry too. I'm sure they do well versus longbeards. I should probably just spam normal depth guard and find a way to shut down his archers with like fell bats. Now that's a trade. That's a trade. Not a single person suggesting depth guard pole arms, but they actually did great there. Yeah, okay, I'm sure someone suggested it, but yeah, depth guard or Giga Chads. Let's see how well they do versus miners and maybe the Brotherhood of Grimnir. Large for a dwarf. All right, let's take a look-see. Leviathans are good now. I know they're good, but everyone and their mother is going to take counters to it. But who knows? Maybe despite that, they'll still do well. All right, let's take a look-see. Depth guard versus blasting charges and doom seekers. No damage. Okay, yeah, so I should just take depth guard, right? Hell, even against the doom seekers on the charge, they actually It's not the best fight in the world, but they do okay. Considering I can also get deck droppers. And the fact that they're also anti-minor blasting charge tech is probably, yeah. Probably the best thing. So just spam depth guard. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Spam depth guard. Got it. Absolutely got it. Normal depth guard do great. Yeah, they're amazing. They got bonus 5 versus infantry. It's a good time. A gallows giant. A gallows giant's weird. All right, yo, people are saying the rotting leviathan. All right. You know what? Sure. Let's just. I'm skeptical. Call me a skeptic. But I think this thing is not gonna cook. If it can kill a unit of slayers and still have some HP left, then I'll consider it a lot more. All right, let's take a look-see. It does have immune to flanking now, which is a huge bonus. I gotta do 15 squats. Ooh. Dang, pretty good deeps. Pretty good deeps. On the charge, so it has good impact damage. Alright. Alright. Rotting Leviathan gang. Fine, I'll think about the Rotting Leviathan. Is that it then? I just spam double Rotting Leviathan? Cycle charge it? It didn't even need the cycle charge. God dang. Pretty impressive, actually. Killed 2 units of Slayers. God dang. All right. Crabs rise up. All right, so from what we've learned, giant crabs are where it's at. All right, Sartosa Free Company. Yo, they should give Vampire Coast Sartosa Free Company. That'd be so hype. All right, fine. Double Rotting Leviathan. I guess it did get that impact damage change. Fine, fine. Scrambled Eggs got a lot of coast wins using Leviathans. Make a big crab shredder build. Is there another tournament today? Let me check. TotalTavern.com. Do I host another tournament just to see? Nah, I should totally take a break today. I had a really long stream yesterday. Tomorrow, though, I'm definitely gonna... We go ham with the Leviathans. It's actually pretty impressive. Oh, God. Okay. Squat's done. Thank you, chat, for the exercise. Depth guard versus hammerers. Well, like, no one brings hammerers, man. Especially not against Coast. Like, no one brings hammerers. Alright, who am I up against? I'm up against Charix. Oh, God. Hey. Welcome to the depths. Oh, God. Me and Charix have been having it rough trying to learn these newfangled factions. Warhammer hard mode. Alright, what's he playing? Hey, at least I have a pretty good game ahead of me. Charix is a strong player, so at least we get some good practice out of this. SFT declaration. He's Bretonnia. PP. Okay. Sure. Sure. Okay. So this is it. Oh, God. All right. Crab gang? Is that what it is? It's just crab gang for life? You want me to crab gang it? Oh, God. What's my answer to archers? Do I have an answer to archers? Okay, so obviously want healing. Maybe I just take healing. And one of these. Not sure you'll have enough anti-bows if you go double. Yeah. Well, how much damage can the bows do to the crabos anyways? Lustrian Narrows. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty good map. Mortars are okay into archers. They're very okay, man. Against Charax, he's just gonna dodge him up. Or hit him with cav. Very hard to defend the mortars. Even mounted yeoman archers could do well. Not very pretty. Anyways, I have a decent build. This will have to do. This will have to do. You know what? I could actually take these guys too. It's Bretonnia, man. Bretonnia's chump change. Totally chump change. Yo, if I win this, bloody miracle, man. God, Vampire Coast. I used to know. It's just a faction that I used to know. Let's see here. Sure, I'll take one of these. Couple of these. All right, good enough. Let's just see it. One carronade. This map's actually quite tree heavy. I'm very interested to see how this one plays out. All right. People have been talking up these crabs all day. You want crabs? This is like the one matchup where crab spam perhaps is the way. Oh. Yeah, I'll probably do another 5-faction tournament tomorrow and get some Vampire Coast action. I should actually set that up right now while we wait. So, Total Tavern. Total Tavern. We go over here. I create a new tournament entry. Yeah, I might as well set up a tournament for tomorrow. Lock in that slot. It'll be hype. You should replace Vampire Coast with a newer faction with tentacles and claws. True. I guess that's my thing, isn't it? That's not good. All right. So, yeah, I'm just going to set up the tournament for tomorrow. This is gonna be our last game of the day today, but I will do some live coaching. Or not so live coaching. We're gonna be doing a streamed coaching session. Not really a coaching session. I'm gonna be watching Karavthir's replay and giving him some deets and things he can do better. And then it's gonna be part of my new video series called Anticity's Roast and Coach. It's going to be a fun time where you can submit a multiplayer game, a campaign scenario, a campaign battle, whatever you want. And I will solve all your ailments. You want me to win a campaign battle? I'll show you how to do it. Disaster campaigns, disaster multiplayers, whatever you want. I'm the guy you can go to for multiplayer advice. Just go to my Discord. Go to Anticity's Roast and Coach. Post a replay / campaign file, and you're good to go. I wanna see if I can make this series pop off. So we're gonna go hard on it. All right, here we go. New maps. Dunes of Cain, Proving Grounds, Chateau. Tomb, Borderlow Landing. I'll get to the game in a second. I'm just setting up this tournament. Let's see here. Arachnarock Lair. And Decrepit Moor. Okay, there you go. That's some pretty good maps. Fairly fun map selection. Then I get the tournament for tomorrow. Lock in the time. There we go. It's the same time as usual. When we start streaming. There we go. All right. Set. Tournament's done. You like my army, by the way? Ready? Good luck, have fun. Charx is not very happy about the whole 5-unit situation. Crab gang, rise up. This is crabbing too close to the sun. Okay, well, I assume you're supposed to use the crabs kind of like mammoths, and then you still go for a wide build. I think it's hilarious, though. I just wanna see the power of the crab. I'll learn how to play Coast properly later. But I got loads of units I can spam in, you know? It's gonna be zombies for days. Pray no anti-large knights. Dude, these crabs crush it. Also, Noctilus is on a Necrofex. Look at that bad boy. Necrofex it up. Walking the dogs. There you go. And the puppies. Necrofex is pretty good versus Cav. Told Ent to take crabs. He said, okay. Welcome. Welcome to the crab party. We want to see you one day playing Khorne. I will play Khorne as soon as my other factions are caught up to the same power level as Khorne. This is the kislev build at home. Dang, so true. Oh, he whiffed. Noctilus with the hill shots. I swear, ranged attacks love shooting at hills and they hate shooting around allies. Like, they will totally target a unit that is behind a hill and you'll miss most of your bullets. But when it comes to allies being near, they're like, nope, nope, nope. Friendlies are there. We can't shoot at that extremely exposed monster murdering all of our friendlies. Why would we do that? All right, anyway, so here's the idea. I just have so much HP on these crabs, he literally just can't kill them all. Will it work? I don't know. I don't know, man. I got no idea. Now, here's the thing, right? There's no shutdown for these archers. They're just gonna pummel me into oblivion. The crabs, though. The crabs are gonna be hype. Look at that. Jeez, that foot squire damage. Noctilus can also kind of dodge, too. Look at that. He can dodge and shoot. It's a very funny thing. But if you kind of just walk him around in a circle, you can see he's still laying shots off. Duck and weave, Noctilus. Duck and weave. You can see he retargeted because he figured it was a little too silly. There you go. And then we get our summon in. Get a couple summons. They'll do great. Couple infantry units there. Not a big deal. There we go. Idle zombie unit. Yeah, just gotta shut them down, right? And then the double crab just has to cycle charge, right? As long as it's cycle charging, they'll probably do fine. Long as they're cycle charging. Because they can definitely shut down these archers like no one's business. It's not like he has Grail Knights yet. Noctilus can keep dodging. Duck and weave, Noctilus. Boom. Shot from downtown. Hits up those guys. Very nice. And the zombie tide cometh. The zombie tide cometh eventually. The zombie tide cometh very slowly. Alright, there we go. Time to hit up these archers. Do I have any bats? I think I forgot to take bats. Whatever. Green Knight is now occupied. Now it's just this pocket. What can we do there? Can summon pistol mobs. Can summon pistol mobs. They'll get it handled. In the meantime, Noctilus doing fine. Ouch. It was a pretty sick comment. It was a pretty sick comment, I must say. He does have Grail Knights, but they're not really doing too much. It's fine. Noctilus is stabilizing the leadership. We got a route over here. That's pretty hype. Oh, he wants to fight the pistol mobs in the trees with the foot squires? Okay. I see. I see what you're putting down. Crap, I misclicked. Big misclick. Whoopsie daisies. One of the crabs getting hit up by the grails. Let's get a cycle charging over there. Look, his archers can only get so much working. Then get a right click in there. That should handle them. Long as Noctilus stays in relative safety around his zombies, he'll be okay. Crabos are doing great. They're killing off all the archers. Get another moon dial over there. Okay, Noctilus is kind of getting wrecked now. He's kind of getting wrecked. 3 knights on his butt, man. Come on. How the foot squires doing? They're doing okay. They're doing fine. Noctilus, though, is not doing fine. God dang it. He got chunked by the Green Knight. God dang Green Knight. Leave him alone, man. Yeah, how is Grails doing? Yo, can this crab capture this point? Any way I capture these points? God dang Green Knight. God dang Green Knight and his shenanigans. Alright, Valley Trading's in the dumps right now. Valley Trading is atrocious. His foot squires are killing me. Oh boy. What do I got? I can make depth guard. Sure. We'll get the depth guard in here. I already killed 1 crab. Oh, we're dead, man. We're so dead. Noctilus got murdered by the Green Knight. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. He's not capturing this point, right? Oh god, that's a lot of human. Maybe he is. Those are yeomen, right? Okay, yeah, they're just yeomen. That's fine. Can the Crabbo kill Grail Knights? My guess is probably not. God dang. Yeah, Bretonnia is owning this. Dude, alright. So you kind of have to just go a wide build with like 1 crab, like a Silostra. God, I hate just having to play the hard meta though, man. Is that really the only playstyle that'll work for Coast? Okay, depth guard spam come back. Oh god. Yeah, so you have to get like a super cheap lord, and then you use like 1 crab to help clear infantry. I think that's the only way you can do it. God, oh man, I just don't know how to play Coast, man. This is terrible. This is garbage. Every path leads back to Silostra. God, I hate that, man. Oh god, yeah, so the crabs, yeah, they have to have support, so you just have to go wide build, and then you probably get crab Lostra, and then that's what you do every single game. Oh god, what did they do to my baby? This felt atrocious though. This did not feel that great. Like the crabs were okay, they kind of tussled a little bit, but like, man, you really have no options to shoot at archers. Depth guard is the way, maybe. Yeah, I didn't lose my lord, man. I lost my army. There's nothing left. There's nothing left. All right, GG. GG, well played. God, how do you play Coast? All right, so I need a. Okay, well, what's the meta? So the crabs, they did okay. Like I think the crabs are obviously, you know, you want 1 of them in every build that you go for. I think probably you still go for Noctilus, and then you just heal spam them, right? So take Noctilus on foot, you take Invocation of Nahek, you go 1 crab, and then you go a rather normal Coast lineup of like 1,000,000 pistol mobs, 1,000,000 pirate deckhands, and like some bombers. Not enough Prometheans. Yeah, I think this does well. The Prometheans aren't that great. They didn't really do anything there. They lose to infantry. They lose to everything. Vampire Coast tournament win challenge incoming. Nah, I'm just gonna have them in my pick 5 for tomorrow's tourney. Yeah, so this feels okay. You could take a goose for emergency single entity sniping. And then you spam infantry. Can't an artillery build work? Absolutely not. We saw Queen Bess wasn't able to trade fast enough against the dwarves. But yeah, and I think you just take a pretty normal build after this. Like Hulk spam, zombie spam. Always remember a couple fell bats just in case. And a lot of people are singing the praises of Moringulls. Yeah. This is probably the most meta you can get with Vampire Coast. Let's save this one. And then we'll try it out. God, this faction feels like it sucks though. This faction feels terrible. Oh, God. Alright. You know what? Alright. Oh, boy. Rough day. Rough day. You know, it's good practice, though. Yeah, we have the bats. We have a build. Oh, God. I don't feel like live coaching today. I'll cast a replay tomorrow. Oh God, does shotgun pirate mob suck? Yeah, they all suck. The whole faction sucks. Screw it. I'm taking the shark hat off. Coast is dead to me. Oh God. All right. I will continue to run them. I will continue to run them tomorrow. I will cast a game later, Karav there. For now, though, we're doing a short day because yesterday was almost an 8-hour stream. I will see you guys tomorrow. This stream is being cast by another YouTuber, so we won't be casting the semis. The Nerd War Room is where you want to go. Check it out. Is he on Twitch? Let me check. The shark's gone. Coast is gone. Okay, seriously, is he streaming on Twitch too? Let's see here. Nerd War Room? Maybe with no spaces? Nerd War Room? Okay, I think he's only streaming on YouTube, so we will go ahead and set her up. Where is he at? Customization, redirect, Nerd War Room. There you go. All right. There you go. I'll send you guys over. Peace out. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you guys tomorrow with some Pick 5 faction shenanigans. There's a link on Twitch. And I think we're good. See ya.